EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Well, we drove for a long time, and finally arrived. We accelerated normally, and lo and behold, the oil was leaking. We called the guys, they're waiting, and by tomorrow, I think they'll do it.
Hello everyone, this is Serdjio. Recently, there have been a lot of American, German cars on the channel. I'm tired, I want sushi. Meet the 1000 horsepower Evo. Evo is ready. This car is being repaired. The rear differential broke.
This is a car from my childhood, a legend.
This car has a long history.
We didn't sleep, we spent nights assembling this car.
Video editors are out of luck.
Today we're talking about Evo. More than 1,000 horsepower, more than $100,000. And Volodya appears in the frame. Vova hi.
Hi all.
Look, you're 28 years old, right? When this model came on the market, when it came out, you were, roughly speaking, a teenager. That is, when we begin to grow up, then in adolescence we have most of all postponed different emotions, impressions. That is, the release of this model coincided with the period of your growing up. Why Evo, and not some modern GTR or something like that? Because I know the car is worth quite a bit of money. Evo, is this a car from your childhood?
Yes, Evo is a childhood car, it's a legend. Need for Speed Most Wanted. We were always tuning them, driving them ourselves.
Guys, Evo is a very interesting story. Over the last few years, 8s, 7s especially 8s, and 9s have gotten very expensive. Just twice as much. I mean, can you imagine when a car doubles in price in 2 or 3 years, and that, by the way, is not a bad investment.
Today it is the fastest street car in Ukraine on a manual transmission. A quarter mile in 10.4.
Quarter mile.
A quarter of a mile.
It's just that I'd almost be at your throat right now, because my car is, well, noticeably faster, brother. I think, Lord, the man happens to be breaking records, as they say, and where was I? Yes, at 402 meters, it is the fastest street car on a manual transmission. No matter. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. The fastest street car on a manual. The official time is 10.4. Volodya, how reliable is this car?
Sergey, well, this car breaks down, and very often, because it has 4 times the power of the original model. I know that if the car breaks down, I will take it to the service, and it will be fixed.
You know what our video was based on? It was supposed to be a contest. It was supposed to be a 1,000 horsepower Evo and my Porsche. Porsche, noticeably faster at maximum boost, but since I'm not driving at full power right now, I have about 900 horsepower, which means we understand by the seconds that the cars are somewhere close. We were almost on our way to the competition, and during the filming, your car broke down and my car broke down. And you know, We're not shy about showing what's going on because a 1000+ horsepower reliable model comes in 2 flavors. Either your car is called Koenigsegg, or your car is called Bugatti. Therefore, do not hesitate to show your mistakes, breakdowns, your problems and failures. Guys, this is very relevant and very motivating, and as we all know, of course, any breakdown leads to a new tuning. Guys, I suggest you stop talking. You're about to watch an awesome clip. And then there will be races. Careful, don't get it dirty. Tell me about it.
A very fast car.
Cool?
Yes, very.
High five. I open the doors, the next passenger. Man, did you like it?
Yes, I liked it very much.
Cool? Fast car?
Very.
Didn't drive this car?
No.
I think you'll have a better car someday.
I was going up to 200 kilometers per hour.
200 accelerated driving?
No, I was going with my dad.
Good for you. What is the name of our YouTube channel? Serdjio. By the way, please like, click on the bell, subscribe to receive timely notifications about our releases, do not miss them. I was terrified to watch from the sidelines. Well, tell me.
Very cool.
Shock?
Certainly.
I'm in shock, too. Look, I'm going to sit down now, give me 5. Will you tell the school about it? Will they believe you?
I think yes.
Do you think so? Do you believe everything? Let's take a picture together, and let's go to the shoot. Take a picture of us. I am impressed. I think that we will definitely motivate some of the guys. Some of them will someday drive a cool car and do exactly the same as we do.
It's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for the tough machine, no change. Snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me, but known for my city like
Vova, I got in the car. I want to tell you that I didn't like the street very much. I'll just take you for a ride on BMW and you'll see what the street is like there. I mean, the car has everything and everything works great. You've owned the car for a year. What's your budget?
Over 40.
40 plus is the repair and maintenance of the car. Guys, let me remind you, this is the fastest car this season in Ukraine on manual transmission. It is completely street car. That is time to pass the distance, 10 4/10 on the manual transmission. Guys, it's just unbelievable. Do you have a lot of cups?
For a year, 2 cups, 2 races, 2 cups.
That is, guys, each cup cost $20,000.
There were a lot of breakdowns before the start of the race. Our team, Roma Skorsras and his staff had the best result. They stayed up every day of the racing period, they were assembling this car at night, so that it would show a decent result at the races. And when the car was leaking oil in the race, and it was quite a hassle, so it was impossible to go any further. It's just, they told me it was a nightmare. We went anyway and took the 3rd place in the Unlim class in the Pro Track Ukraine finals.
Vanichuk Vladimir, Forsage car, your Vinitsa champion. Thank you, friend. Well done. In short, if you need a car from America. I'm sorry if I misspelled the name.
Did this car make you snuggle into your seat?
Yes.
You realize that there is something to strive for.
Yes, there is a lot to strive for and motorsport is very expensive, very.
Well, let me try a light ride.
Fine.
Fine. We're solvent. I'm not going to show off. If I've curbed a mono-driven car with 1,200 horsepower, it's okay to go for a little drive. Streetcar, no handle. I now solemnly swear on the video to invite Volodya in the spring, and let him try to drive a new streetcar with a capacity of 1,000 horsepower. I think that he has enough skills not to crash into some kind of pillar, not to get bogged down. So, guys, let me tell you about my emotions. The clutch is just the bomb. The rocker is just the bomb. Everything is very soft, very pleasant, just super. The grip is soft. As I understand it, this is a very riding car, that is, it goes after 5,000 plus or minus 9. I won't torture her, but it's worth a try. First gear, if I do not stall, then I'm done. 3,000 turns. That's it, let's not make fun of the clutch. Especially since Vova says that the car can no longer withstand such a clutch, it slips. Is the seat exposed to you?
Yes.
Okay, we don't adjust it. I'm very uncomfortable riding because it's too close. Vova is about 10 centimeters shorter than me, exactly. But, guys, well, comfortable car. Fifth gear at 80, the car goes great, no jerking. By the way, there's a cool steering wheel here, Superleggera.
It can be removed.
Yes, on the go? Here, I'll be right there. Everybody's talking about the motor, and I'll be trying out the brakes. I heard your brakes squeak. We're going in neutral, 50 miles an hour, and we're gonna try the brakes, so hang in there. Guys, if the bucket seats have already crunched, then there is nothing wrong with the brakes. I think the ceramic pads don't work very well after the initial braking, they need to warm up a bit. What can I say, guys? Third gear, well. Thank you, that's enough. Guys, no, It's a very fast car. Guys, this is a very fast car. I have a very big difference with GZ, I will explain why. First, I don't know how I can thank you for letting me drive a car like this, I'll explain why. Guys, such a unique project, so. There are many powerful GZ models, almost no powerful Evo. I mean, a powerful Evo is 600 horsepower. Evo with 800 horsepower is a rarity. Evo with 1000 horsepower is a fossil, they practically do not exist. I've driven this car, guys, it's an unreal experience.
Bro, what if the oil is leaking?
It's not very good, but I think they'll fix it. They were doing those kinds of tasks anyway, they don't have any other options.
Tomorrow, we will.
We have to leave today. I'm sure we'll bring it to the service station and have it fixed.
What if there's a problem?
Come on, bro, don't make this up. It's probably just an intercooler, something with oil, nothing serious. Bro, we're going to Roma's car service now, and I'm giving Roma the task. He performs this task tomorrow, then just sends the details for payment.
In general, he will be happy.
Yes.
Hello.
Roma, tell us about this Evo, about some interesting features. What was the power initially, what became in the end? We're going to take measurements today, we'll compete. What I know is that the car has already been refueled with special fuel. Well, tell me about it.
This car has a long history. There have been many owners, it wins cups, it constantly competes in competitions. There are breakdowns, the car breaks down, all machinery breaks down. At this point, on a certain fuel, the motor produces 917 wheel horsepower. Yes, that's over 1,100 horsepower. Regular motor, 4G63T, no stroker. Yes, a large turbine, yes camshafts, valves are slightly larger than in stock. Further, piston, connecting rod, knee, all stock.
If we have 917 wheel horsepower, that's about 1,070 horsepower. I know this car already had over 1,000 horsepower claimed a year and a half ago, is that true or not?
A year and a half ago there was a different owner, another company serviced this car. Indeed, there were over 1,000 horsepower. Keep in mind that the owners change. But this car has one tuner. Therefore, a person who has been servicing and adjusting it for a long time, he does not have less than 1,000.
Guys, October of the 21st year, this is the fastest car with a Mitsubishi badge on the grille, which is not in this model. I mean, over 1,000 horsepower. 2 liters.
2 liters.
Supercharging.
Often this car is 1.2 tenths.
What turbine?
Here is an analog of Garrett 42.
42, 94, or 02?
To this question.
Guys, I think this turbine has a 42, 94 analog, which means the hot part is 94 millimeters. I'm pretty sure of that alone. 1 whole and 2/10 of a kilogram of supercharger. What's the power output? I think somewhere around 550 horsepower.
Not more.
The supercharger is 2.7.
Yes.
Methanol, alcohol, gasoline, what?
There is no methanol here, there is alcohol, which is a fuel that has a cooling effect. It's the same alcohol, but there's definitely some in there.
There is a sport brain engine control unit here. What is it called?
Link.
Link. It's a fairly well-known brand. I think some old chip is installed, right?
Well, not the latest model, but...
This is analogous to VIPEC in my BMW?
Yes, at first the company was called Vipec, then they reorganized and became known as Link.
I mean, guys, I've got a car at GZ. That's from way back in the day that still has the daddy of these brains, because here they already have more modern ones. What features does this car have? Does it have launch, rolling launch?
This car has everything. Launch, rolling launch.
In other words, anything you want can be implemented in principle. Great, so in principle it can even drive with rolling launch?
Yes.
This is a very cool feature. What's the supercharger in this car? What's the displacement? Is it 4G63? I think the motor volume is 2.2 tenths.
No, it's not a stroker. I'm telling you, it's a regular 88th crank, 150 connecting rod, and an 85.5 piston.
There are different opinions. I, too, for example, used to have one point of view, and now I have come to another. As for sport fuel, if an everyday car, well, let's say, like mine, on the verge of an ultra-fast, powerful car, but still considered a street car, right? Is it gasoline plus methanol, or is it still a sport fuel?
If the car is considered a street car, then gasoline plus methanol is used in the city.
Yeah, I mean, it can drive itself and, of course, it's more of a risk. Guys, the more mechanism in the car, the more problems, and I have Aquamist 4. It's a pretty arcane water methanol injection system. Plus we don't know for sure what kind of alcohol is put in it. We are told that it is German or Dutch, but in fact it could be Ukraine. Plus, the same goes for the gasoline itself. If it's sport fuel, it's 100% quality guarantee, right?
Yes, but then again, what they pour in. If there is a sports brain, then there is a flex fuel sensor, which shows us, that is not us, but the sports brain, what fuel is in it. And the brain itself already adjusts the firmware for this fuel. Yes, because the tuner, at the time of tuning, it goes through several steps. This is gasoline, then alcohol, mix, that is, the machine is tuned. Why say tuning takes?
What is a mix? Explain.
It's 2, 3 types of fuel mixed into one.
That is, you can have gasoline in the tank, add alcohol to it, or add more sport gasoline. That is, you mix these liquids in some proportions and tune the car to this mixture, right?
Yes.
Okay, guys, so I popped in on our friends at CARShow, and, of course, we're picking up our Evo. Evo ready. The car broke down, it blew the rear differential. This is what it all looks like on the inside. Now I'll show you what car care is like, watch. New folding mirrors, look how they look. So, now we have to look for a rear differential for the car. The rear differential only comes with a gearbox. We found out the price, the lowest price is 350,000 hryvnias, the highest is 520. But that's for the gearbox with the differential. I think we'll just find a used differential, like I did for Audi R8. Anyway, not to worry, we'll fix the car. Any breakdown leads to an upgrade of the car. What's your prognosis?
Well, I think the numbers would be 10, 56.
1056 horsepower.
Get it the way I said.
Guys, 4G63 on the big turbine, of course using sport fuel. Oleg Zaitsev does the tuning, let's start measuring. The car has already demonstrated 930 horsepower, 930, okay, fine. Spinning the wheels to maximum, slight ignition skips have begun, but the owner wants to keep going.
Anyway, let's do some serious stuff.
There you go. I probably would have stopped. Guys, we have already finished making measurements. You know, Oleg Zaitsev, the tuner, is not present at the measurements today. The car showed just crazy results. I'm very surprised. Vlad, comment.
Look, the power is serious. It was a little exciting, but we maxed the car out, and it showed 964 horsepower and 886 torque. The schedule is even, that is, everything is normal.
Since you are the technical expert on our channel, we take all the measurements from you. You always give us cool advice. What could you add to this car?
Serdjio, this is some kind of joke. There is nothing to add to this car.
That is, this is the maximum.
Most likely, yes. We need Oleg to look at the diagnostic data, how everything works.
Guys, we did 5 or 6 measurements in a row, probably 5 measurements in a row. We kept increasing the power, and you know, on the last measurement, honestly, I thought something was going to break. Now we are going to test the car on the road and, of course, there will be a competition. And we're on our way. Now we're going to compete. We're going to start from this place, you can. Guys, we are on the Borispol Highway. It's time for everyone's favorite heading, the competition. Today, simply, some of the coolest exhibits are participating. There's a motorcycle in front of us. Bro, introduce yourself, and what kind of motorcycle do you have?
My name is Ruslan. This is Ducati Panigalle, 2-cylinder engine. The volume is 1,285 cubic centimeters. The last time we measured it, it had 204 horsepower. The bike runs on gasoline 102. The motorcycle is prepared for participation in the Ukrainian Championship in drag racing. Unlike Japanese and German motorcycles, there are no ready-made solutions for Ducati, so we had to basically think everything through from scratch. We were able to do this and increase the weight of the motorcycle to 160 kilograms. The full curb weight with all liquids and fuel is 170 kilograms.
How much is the motorcycle that is now in front of us?
About 40,000.
You said you have a drag racing motorcycle. What competitions did you compete in?
Ukrainian Drag Racing Championship, UDRF.
Andriusha, I send my greetings and hugs. What is your best acceleration time to 100 and 200?
3.36.
I see. Volodya, what was your best result?
The previous owner measured 4 6/10.
It's the 21st of October. Do you have any idea what we're doing for you right now? I'm standing here in a warm hoodie, and I'm quite chilly. I think there's very little chance of winning this bike. This rubber is for drag racing, this rubber is for another purpose, this bike is for another purpose. I also want to introduce my friend and super rider. I mean, we have a fast bike, and the rider still has an ace up his sleeve. What's your name?
Sonia.
Sonia. Sonia is very fast not only on motorcycles, but also on cars. Yes?
Yes, it was.
I suggest we stop talking and start racing. The race begins, whoever wins wins. Therefore, I give the start signal. Go. Ready? That's very cool. Evo could have gotten off to a better start. Guys, let's summarize the results of the competition. You know, no one expected such a result. First, Evo had to compete with my Porsche 9FF. The differential fell out at Porsche, you saw the video footage. Evo also broke down, it was quickly repaired, with Porsche everything is much more complicated. The results of the race are as follows. Evo lost. Evo lost in this race, but did not lose in today's video. Guys, these are the two champions. This is a very fast bike. You can see it in the video now, and it's very fast Evo. It's the fastest street machine on a manual transmission in our country this year, in the 402-meter races. That is, she travels a quarter mile in 10 and 4 seconds. I think it's just a great result. Enjoy this life.